And Jesus brings up another issue here, and it is, listen very closely, young person, it is this deception. It is religious activity without a relationship with God. Do you know many people think that they're right with God just because they go to church services? Just because they listen to sermons? Just because they know some songs about Jesus, or they're involved in religious activity? But what kind of religious activity could a person be involved in and still be on the broad road that leads to destruction? Well, Jesus said, listen. He said in verse 22, many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in your name? These are not atheists. These are not agnostics. These are not Hindus or Muslims or Buddhists. These are people who were delivering messages in Jesus' name. Oh, what a wonderful time it was here in Alabama and another city a number of years ago. It was a meeting that was supposed to be beginning on Sunday and it ended on Wednesday, but it was 11 days before we had the peace to end that meeting. It was the same pitiful preacher, but the Lord came working in power and was converting men and women. But one of the first ones that was converted to Christ, one of the first ones that entered through the narrow gate, was a 63-year-old man. His name was Melvin Kilpatrick. I spoke to him on Monday afternoon for quite a long time, and he was just broken and weeping for easily an hour. He shared his whole life story with me, and the depression and the confusion and the struggle and the emptiness he had all of his life. He had a 12-year-old profession of faith. Somebody got him down an aisle and got him to repeat a prayer, but it wasn't real, we found out later. He got baptized, he joined the youth group, and he went on to tell his whole story. And at the end of that story, I just planted some gospel truths into him, and I urged Mr. Melvin, you seek the Lord. I believe God's going to show you your need. And do you know, on Tuesday, that was Monday afternoon, on Tuesday afternoon, in the shower, he had the peace that he'd been converted to Christ, that he'd entered the narrow gate. He testified about it a week later. 1 year from that date, he called me on his first spiritual birthday. He was a Baptist preacher for 47 years, trying to live a life he didn't have.